What is up, everyone? So I told you that we'd be back making a video every day, and here we are. I'm actually gonna turn this off because it's kind of distracting me as well. So I want to discuss the addiction that I had once upon a time to spooning. Who doesn't like spooning? Specifically with bananas and peanut butter. I would like to say that it wasn't sexual, but it actually got pretty sexual at one point in time because peanut butter is amazing and everyone loves to eat it with a spoon. But this is a problem. If you have a shit relationship with food, it's gonna get out of hand and you are going to eat too much and gain body fat and feel guilty and be in that vicious cycle and not know what to do. So I want to offer you a little insight by telling you some stories of what happened to me. First of all, this should be fairly obvious, but it's not for a lot of people. It is a spread. It is a butter. So just as you would not eat margarine with a spoon, why do you think you should eat peanut butter with a spoon? And this isn't entirely your fault, our fault. The marketing and advertising, some of it literally has someone on the label eating peanut butter with a spoon and says, like, spoon it out, or, you know, enjoy it with a spoon. It's ridiculous. So we automatically are encouraged to do that from the start. But I would often eat bananas with peanut butter before or after a workout. And I would eat a banana because it's not a lot of calories. Then you'd have peanut butter with it because it's delicious. And then you would see the other bunch of bananas on the counter and say, well, I want another one. I can afford to eat another one. And then you have more peanut butter. And then you switch from using a knife to a spoon because you keep eating the peanut butter because it's delicious. And therein lies the problem. So, easiest thing you can do, just use a knife. Again, because you wouldn't just use a spoon for margarine, so why would you do that with peanut butter? Anyway, my peanut butter spooning addiction got so bad to the point where I could not control myself. I was waking up at about 2 a.m. Everyone else was asleep, roommates. It was dark. You'd like wander into the kitchen, grab the peanut butter jar, just automatically grab a spoon, and then just start like eating it. And it must look hilarious from an outsider perspective because you're just standing there. I don't really sleep in a whole lot of clothes, so I'm just standing there like half naked, half asleep, eating the peanut butter off of a spoon, just mindlessly looking like a zombie. And then because it's dark and you're half asleep, you don't realize how much you're eating until half of the jar is gone. And then you're kind of like, what? And then you know that you should put it away, but you don't. So at that point you say, fuck it. Fuck it to the diet. Fuck it, I'm just gonna make today my cheat meal or cheat day of the week, even though you still have your other cheat day anyway when it comes. So yeah, and then you probably eat a little bit more and you put it back and you go back to sleep. And then you wake up the next morning and you realize what you did. You actually really see in the light the damage. You feel that guilt, or maybe because of water retention, sodium, you wake up and you're bloated and you feel like you gained body fat overnight because you have that thin layer of water. And that makes you feel even worse about yourself. So you can't even walk into the kitchen without being reminded of that, can't look in your cupboard, can't look at yourself in the mirror, and then you feel like you need to go to the gym to burn off all those extra calories. And you feel like specifically you need to do cardio and sweat to get rid of that. Which, if you're anyone like me, you hate doing cardio. So again, just makes you feel even worse. It is a huge downward spiral. And it got to the point where I knew that it was an issue. I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know that it was just my whole relationship with food in general. I just thought it was peanut butter. And so I knew I needed to stop. So what I did was when I bought a jar, I would eat a little bit of it, maybe a fourth of it. I'd put the lid on and throw it away because I just said, fuck it, like out of sight, out of mind. It's that all or nothing thing again, just the nothing part. But at 2 in the morning again, I would wander into the kitchen and remember, oh, technically I still have it. It's just in the trash. And with the lid on it, it's still sanitary, so why don't I just get it out of there and have some? And that's what I did. And then I had to outsmart myself again, and I put water in it to make it all goopy and gross. But because peanut butter mostly consists of lipids and fat content, the water separates from that. So water rises to the top. And I would get it out of the trash again and just dump the water out and eat the bottom half. No problem. Right. Fantastic. So eventually I figured out that it was just my relationship with food in general. But it took me a while to realize that. I can't tell you how many times I've binged on peanut butter. And I'm sure all of you have done this at some point in time, but specifically like for the women in the fit industry, it's everywhere. All these companies that make protein bars are selling peanut butter spreads, and like they have peanut butter that tastes like birthday cake. It's ridiculous. And it's just generally accepted that that's an okay food to eat because it's got 7 grams of protein per serving, healthy fats, and little sugar, so you have it on everything. But it's actually probably one of the worst things you can eat because it's got a lot of calories for the amount that you're eating of it. So this is what I do in my program online. I teach women around the world how to get out of this vicious cycle so they can have a couple swipes with a knife of peanut butter and put it away and not be tempted to get it back out and eat the rest of it with a spoon, and not feel like they have to avoid getting it all together. Like, you can still have peanut butter. In fact, in order to fix this issue, you need to keep eating peanut butter because you need to learn how to navigate the gray zone between all or nothing. And that's how you find that balance. That's how you find that control and that power. Although it's not really just the fact that you don't have self-control, it's just your perspective is shifted in the wrong direction. So we need to spin you back around and get you going in the right direction. So if you have questions, or if this is you and you've maybe even got to the point where I was at, please reach out, message me, let me know, email me, and we can figure out exactly how bad it is and where we need to start so you never have to deal with this again. Like, now I'm at intuitive eating phase, which is the end phase of my program for every woman who joins. I don't even think about calories anymore. I don't count my macros. I don't worry about buying a jar of peanut butter. Like, hell, I can even do the same thing with a jar of Nutella. And I don't worry about gaining body fat. I love how I look in the mirror. I don't feel like I need to do extra cardio. It's great. And this is what happens when you fix your relationship with food and with yourself. So again, reach out. Don't feel embarrassed. Like, I was there. I dug it out of the trash before. And we can definitely get you on the right track too. Also, please like, subscribe, comment on this video. I would very much appreciate it as I ramp this thing up and keep doing a video a day. So I will talk to you guys next time.